What? What are you looking at?
A news story, and it's just confusing.
What's the news? We're a news podcast.
Well, I'm like, try to jog my memory. I'm like, what happened this week? I don't retain things, and I think it's because my body just rejects information because
Dude,
I think I'm like filled. So like I don't
me
retain
too.
anything anymore. Like in I don't I think it's just because I'm exhausted from information and I'm like I just don't I think I'm okay with what I got. Like I don't think my brain wants to learn anymore or like process any more
You're
things.
topped
So
off.
I jumped onto like news sites and then I'm like negative, 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 negative. I'm like, well, I don't want this. So I'm like, are there positive story like only websites? Turns out there are.
Are there?
Yes,
Yeah, really?
goodnewsnetwork.org. So non for profit, just to get the information out. Someone said, I'm so fucking tired of the news being sad. I'm going to make news happy. But the first one I clicked on, A, isn't that happy? Well, it is happy ending, but it's from a negative situation. So, of course, even happy stories are, hey, we didn't die this time. Um, but it's about like a hero. It says, hero saves golf buddy's life when heart attack hits during video call. Now that's a pretty in-depth single line title. Like I feel like you gave me the story, but I'm I'm so confused because like it just indicates that these two golf buddies are having a video call. They're both about to head out to the golf course. The one guy is in his car and his golfing buddy, she notices he starts stuttering and then like the call drops and so she's like, "Oh, homeboy's having a heart attack." But then it says, with no time to lose, Shannon, the woman, rang Bewdley Pines Golf Club where staff gave her Darren's address.
Oop. No, continue.
Uh,
I'm still.
yeah, figuring out that computer.
Yeah.
So if you notice someone died, your instinct is to call the golf course. So, like, did the poor golf course person answer and you go, help, the guy I usually
Dude,
golf
could you
with, but I
imagine?
don't know that well, is having a heart attack. I need his address so that we can call the ambulance. And the golf person's like, what? Like, that couldn't have been an easy call. But also, I mean, I don't golf other than with people I know. Do people have golf buddies that they don't even know where they live or anything? And they're just like, we met at the golf course and we golf at the golf course and we call each other on video calls. And then yet I don't know where he is. Like,
There's probably like they're just members, but they like end up playing together because they just go there all the time. It's like going to the Y playing pickup basketball,
and
maybe.
the the golf course is gonna give you like you're
That's
sputtering
the
out that,
thing.
but the golf course then gives
Yeah.
out his contact info. Does the
We
person
wouldn't do that in my
like?
work.
I feel like the
They'd be
golf
dead.
course would go, oh, we'll call an ambulance. If you think
Yeah.
this happened, we'll call 911 and send them to his address.
Yeah.
So like, because that's a pretty easy fake call to
Mhm.
like get an address, but like. She then raced to the scene and found him slumping over the steering wheel. So wait, even after, so the golf course, whoever answered the phone at the golf course, not only gave out the address, but they also clearly didn't contact medical authorities because she got to the scene first. So homeboy's been slumped over the steering wheel post heart attack for God knows how long because she was on the phone with him, then called the golf course, got his address. She drove over and he was still slumped over. So clearly the golf course didn't call ambulances. I rang the ambulance straight away, and the operator told me to drag him out of the car onto the ground. So the operator definitely had not been yet notified of this situation by the golf course. So the golf course person just gave out the address, hung up the phone, and went like, "Oh, that was fucking weird. Hope that guy's okay." Do 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 do, like, and went about their way. So, like, it just I don't know. Like, this is the feel good story. Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
I
Even
love.
our happy news fucking sucks. Like,
I love that you've made the Good News Network
Like this,
You
a lot of
fucking
negative
under the-
things happen here. I'm glad the guy seems to be not dead, because that's how it qualifies for a good news story. But man, there's a lot of
what if
fucking
the
dumb shit
negativity-
happened in this good news story.
What if the negativity is already inside the house?
Right. It's the negativity. It's inside the house. But
Like it's coming from.
so
like,
wait, did I make
is
that
anybody
negative?
else?
Is it negative or did I make it negative?
With the past still pretending strangely familiar like a two we both know. Living the reruns from a long time ago. Levels we cleared and the battles we lost. 20 years gone, but we still count the cost. Dice in the dark and the screen.
Dice in the dark.
Who doesn't love rolling dice in the dark, I guess?
Oh man. So the sound you heard earlier was me getting the song ready, but it was the Fair City Fire Age of Convenience song. So I'm really on top of it. I'm in a bad way. Well, number one, our episodes that were originally blocked have been unblocked for some reason now.
Sure.
Thanks. I don't understand. So
We learned our
thank you,
lesson,
Spotify. Yeah, it's easy.
I guess.
Got you. All right.
No episodes
We're
for
good.
3 weeks. Okay.
But oh man, dude, yesterday was a bad day.
Okay.
Not, I mean, but well,
Good.
not the worst day ever, but not friendly to your boy. It's cold here.
Yes.
God, my eyes are red. I slept in my contacts
they
last
are.
night. I slept in my contacts. I woke up and I was like, God fucking damn it. But I couldn't really get out of bed because yesterday morning, yes, I said it's cold. Apparently, there was some frost yesterday morning, and where I parked at work, must have been like the only patch of ice in the parking lot. I got out of my car, and just fucking ate the hardest shit ever, and just fully like it seems like now bruised rib. I was worried that it was broken because it hurt so bad all day.
Wait, you
like
fall
I fell
forward?
down. I fell like
happened?
to my left, but
Okay.
I like my feet just went out from under me. I fell. My hands touched first, but like I don't know, because I was holding shit, so they were like fists. I caught myself with my fists and then just like punched myself in my ribs as I fell down onto my fists.
Onto the fist.
So I was like,
oh.
yeah. Oh God, it still hurts right now. So I'm in don't move mode. Basically, I did work for most of the day yesterday. We had like an event thing to do. Then
Was
I went
that at
home
the
in
beginning of the
afternoon
day?
After that, no, it was in the afternoon.
So
I
it
went
wasn't
home
at
at
the-
like 3:00.
It wasn't at the end
Yeah.
of your shift, or was it?
No. The
fall.
fall was at 8 a.m. or close to it, wherever it was.
Oh, okay. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, and it sucked because it hurt right away too. It didn't like come on later. It's like it hurt right away. I was like, oh my God. And of course, like, I mean, you know, I'm discombobulated, but I'm looking. First thing I'm like looking around, like, I hope nobody saw that.
I might be
That would
dead,
way
but
more
the
terrifying.
first point of matter is, did anyone see me look like that?
Yeah, so I was like, I fell, and I was like, did anybody around? No, I
Okay,
can't.
good. I can be
My
in pain
pride.
in silence.
My pride. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of ibuprofs, all that stuff, and I don't think it's broken. I feel like fracture or break them once when I got knocked off my motor scooter, which we talked about in an early podcast, by a car. And I could tell those were broken because like water was just coming out of my eyes. I couldn't stop it. I was like, this is very...
I
it hurts
noticed
a
by the
lot.
symptoms of my eyes don't normally just have water coming out of them.
Yeah, this is pain. But yeah. So look forward to the next 4 weeks of recovery. I was so fucking mad too. I was like, God damn, why? This is just, no, why? This is how could this happen? Why would this happen? This
Why
is
does it make
bullshit.
so much hurt?
Mm-hmm. So all I can really do is lay down or sit down and ice it and heat it. And hey, it's a great excuse to do nothing. You know, I always do one of those.
Right?
That's for sure.
I wish I had some plans that I could have canceled because of this. Like, I wish I had plans
right.
today
Let's go.
to legitimately cancel because of this injury. Like, if there's one thing better than canceling plans, is it canceling plans when you have a legitimate reason for something
I know,
that
for a
suddenly
reason,
came
yeah.
up? You're like, wow, I'm physically impaired. Yeah, I can't do those plans.
And I wish if I was in my younger days, like my 20s, great reason to call out of work. Just so easy, you know. Now I'm just like in a role where I wouldn't normally call out unless I was like completely physically incapable. Because I could go to like an urgent care. Like technically, this would be like a workers' comp injury. Like it happened at the parking lot at work, so I could
it is.
get out of work. They would pay for it. They would pay for my urgent care, all my follow up, and if I went to urgent care, they would probably take me out for a week, and I would get paid for it. Man. Those were the days. It could be. I know. I'm just really,
wait, this was
unfortunately,
at Wegmans
I'm really just
parking
making
lot?
more work for myself.
This was
What?
in Wegmans parking lot, not your driveway,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you report it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was going to say, I'm like, you
I
gotta
did the right
report it.
thing. Well, I did just in case, like, I did actually break them and, like,
Right.
somehow something punctured or whatever. If something like that happened, I was like, I better just do that. You know, I lead by example, Jeff. I don't know if you know that. That's, like, my whole thing. So, everybody else listening, sleep in your contacts.
Yeah, that one. That
great
one I
idea.
don't know that we
Yeah.
can attribute to the rib problem. I don't think the sleeping in contacts played a
I
part.
just fell asleep with my ice in my heating pad, and somehow, and because it never happens, I never sleep all the way through the night, and I just happened to this one
More
time.
importantly, is that you currently have your contacts in. So like,
Yeah.
you didn't even take the day off. Where usually, if I fell asleep with my contacts in, I'd be like, it's just like, I got to have a day with the glasses. Matt went right back into it and said like, oh no, my contacts. Took them out and then wiped them down a little bit, put some saline and popped those bad boys right back in.
Yeah.
Probably ill
I could have
advised.
glassed it up.
Yeah.
Also, I took a fake shower. I didn't even take a shower. I just wet my hair and my face. That was my way. I just wet my face and rubbed it into my eyes to wetten them up.
Well, your troubleshooting of
said
these
it.
injuries seems to be spectacular. You seem to really have it down.
You're right. That was not in the packet for how to do self-care
Right.
that I received automatically.
Guys, don't worry. I rubbed a cold beer on it, and then we were good. Like, all right, well, Matt's survival guide will be out later this year, probably, later 2026. But Matt's going to put together a survival guide, simple how-tos of how to really troubleshoot every problem in life.
And really, I'm just, if I did the workers' comp route, I'm really just making more work for myself. So who needs that, Like, that sucks. Like, I even had, like, we call a nurse, a phone, like a 24-hour nurse line. If somebody gets injured, we have them called to triage it and see if they need whatever they need to do, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then she's like, is your supervisor there? And I'm like, no. And then she said, she's like, who's the manager on duty? I was like, oh, I can tell you who's running the store. It's like my role. I don't have like my.
Right. I'm
I was
not
like, my
under the umbrella
supervisor's-
of
Yeah.
the store.
It's like, well, who told you to call? I was like, myself. it's like I'm
Right. I'm in HR. I'm usually the guy
I'm-
telling people to call.
Yeah. yeah.
So
And I made the mistake of telling her that I also like. She's like, where when you fell, what did you? I was like, oh, it was ribs. She's like, did you fall on your hip or your knee? And I was like, oh, I fell on all of it. My whole body fell. It's like all of it came down. It's like, yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't drop
like
it.
just.
I didn't drive. It didn't
Yeah.
detach and then fall. Like,
Yeah. So then the call was. Then she's like, is anything dislocated on your knee? Anything dislocated noticeably on your foot? I was like, I should have just said no. Because she goes through everything that since I fell on my everything,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my god, I made him like now I know what people go through. I've never been on the other side of this where I had to like be the person calling because I would never do that. 'Cause
Now let me
know,
ask you this:
bitch.
I'm gonna dissect her ability to have these types of conversations with people on the phone. Did she tell you? All right, so what I'm gonna do next is go through a series of questions. They may seem, redundant or anything, but we just need to check off some boxes and make sure we understand objectively what's going on. Does she do stuff like that, or she just kind of keep droning on with questions?
She's droning on, and in fact, her like when I first started the call, I could barely hear her, and I told her that. I was like, I can't even hear you. Like whatever connection you're using, I don't know if it's through a computer, I can't hear you. Right. And then a few minutes later, she has the gall to say, "Am I on speakerphone? It sounds like there's an echo." I was like, "No, this is your phone's fucked. It's not my phone." It's like
she's probably she's probably on some manipulated system. Yeah, it's tough. I always thought in the world that that computer phones would be better because computers are better for everything. And they're really often not. They get worse connections than landline phones, but yeah, that's annoying. Is she an employee of Wegmans, or is this a third-party service?
It's a third party, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sounds like she's probably... Is she a nurse, or are you calling the nursing line?
She is a nurse.
This person is a nurse?
She's a nurse, but she's bad at the technology and the communication part.
Exactly. I was going to say, good, you know the medicine. Unfortunately, we can't get to that because you're bad at communication and technology. And that's the reality of it, right? That's the old adage of like a college professor that you're like, I know you're brilliant, but you're so fucking bad at teaching that this isn't hitting with me. It is frustrating, man. It's the same, thing that I dealt with is being a good communicator. I made sure that dealing with people, years and years and thousands of phone calls I had to have with people who had just been in a car accident, they don't want to deal with the other shit, like a phone communication or something that sounds taxing. So the bigger thing is that when you're doing any phone job, you have to lay out for the customer, like if you can, how long is this going to take, even if you give them a range, or just segment by segment. Break it down for them so that they have like checkpoints, so it doesn't make you feel like, am I going to just be sitting here answering questions for 9 years? Like, I think that's a huge thing that a lot of companies, not even companies, people doing their job on the phone need to be a better, more self-aware of how shitty it is and remind yourself what it's like to be on the other end of a phone call when you're the customer and not the company. It's frustrating. And like you say, you're doing this while you're injured. You're like, I'm already in a bad spot. This is not making this better. I'm not asking, like, we're not having a conversation about changing my cell phone plan. I just got hurt and you're making this so much worse.
Well, and that's like, we've gone over it a lot. Customer service is not that hard. It's a pretty low bar if you just put a little effort into it. But it's like, the thing that I always do is like imagine, pretend, and it's probably true. Pretend it's the first time because is calling, because like you've done that call thousands of times. So the same with like customer service desks, any kind of thing. Like they've heard the same questions over and over again. But for some people, it's like the first time they're ever asking it or something. And I'm conscious of that. Like if I ever go to a customer service desk or make a call, and maybe I will also have like a prologue to the question where you're talking about like, this is how long this is going to take. Like I might say like, geez, this has never happened to me. I don't know what's going on. But I just got to ask something like that. But it's only because you run into so many people that are like just dicks about it. It's like, I know that you do this all the time. I don't. So that's why I have to ask the question. Like, right. I'm very sorry. I bet you're not even getting paid for this, right? Oh, you are? And you're still being a dick? Right, and you're just asking a question. Wow, what a hard job you really have. Jesus.
Yeah. No, it's easy to be bad at customer service, even though it's easy to do good at customer service.
Yeah.
Like,
I've seen it so much, yeah.
And everyone has the ability. Yeah. Everyone has, every single human out there has the ability to be good at customer service. I wholeheartedly believe that. You are actively disregarding the effort or actively trying to be an asshole. like it is easy to give good customer service. Now, if someone is rude back to you, should you lay off the ease of customer service? Yeah, but being rude is different than someone
sass.
not understanding. Now, that's kind of all right. So here's another thing. I always tell people, I'm like, listen, because people would always ask, like, hey, like when I was in a supervisor role, but even in a trainer role, people would be like, well, what if someone starts swearing and being aggressive? I go, well, what it matters. I go, are they saying like, I am so fucking tired of this shit and blah, blah, blah. And like, oh, I'm so fucking mad. If they say that, fucking let them be fucking mad. It sucks. Being in a car accident fucking sucks. Maybe they just want to drop some F-bombs and they're fucking upset. But if they go like, yo, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. Well, yeah, hang up on them. Like, but you can't be like, they started swearing. Because I've had so many people be like, well, they started saying like, this is bullshit and stuff. I'm like, so they feel it's bullshit. I'm like, hey, you want to know what's going to get them on your side after? Is you go, hey, I get it. None of this is easy. And I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible for you. But I get that you're bothered. I get that. And I completely probably would be in the same boat. People love that. When they fucking lose their mind and you go, hey, I get it, man. No harm, no foul. Like,
I know.
That
it
calms
totally
people
disarms
down.
them.
Yeah, it disarms them because they're like, yeah, thank you. I am mad and you're justifying my mad. Like, they take it down a notch after that. But you can't do the, sir, if you keep talking like that, I'm just going to need to disconnect the call because we can't continue this call if you're going to continue to be aggressive with your words. Now you're going to get some aggressive words. So, but.
Yeah, I've dealt with people before that are like, I mean, it does get to a point where if they do, like if they come in hot and they keep it going, even if you are being nice, and then you're like, okay, like I'm earnestly helping you and empathizing with you.
Yeah,
and
if it's not working, then yeah, I would still say like, drop them.
My favorite thing to do is still to kill them with kindness, still to do that, but like sarcastically, like this one time, I don't know, a guy was mad at something at the store, so I got called to go deal with it, and I was the same thing. I'm really sorry. Like, what can we do to help you? Just not cooperating at all. Like you're trying to, and they're not cooperating, and they're still just like. Then he just keeps going, and like then he's yelling at somebody else. I was like, I'm gonna, like it's you, and like I gotta ask you to not, yell at them or swear at them. Like we're you and I are working on this. Then he just keeps going. I was like, he says something like, whatever, and I was like, geez, I can't imagine how this is making you feel. And he goes, fuck you, and he just leaves. And he's just like, no, it's like he's just one of those. It's like clear, like the words were right, but I was clearly
so,
like,
this was this was in person.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
But it was, yeah. So wow,
imagine, like in person that works because I feel like the visual is a big part of it. So in person, I support that one. I'll give you a phone version of that. Yeah, right. Is you just stop talking, and then you let them rant, and they realize no one's replying, and then they'll go, and then even when they stop, you do not say the first thing when they stop, and it's like 3 seconds of dead air, and they'll go, hello? I'll be like, hello, because they think they disconnected, and I go, oh, I'm here. I'm not going to talk over you. So would you like me to go now? I'll do that. Like I break it down like a child and I go, would you like me to go now? And then they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So, and then if they start talking again, I cut it off again. I don't talk and I go, so I'm willing to try this again with you. But when I started talking, you just told me it was my turn to go. I was trying to explain the problem and you continued to talk over me. And that's why I wasn't talking the first time. So if you'd like me to say what's going to go on, I'm happy to do so. But if you're going to talk over me, we'll just go ahead and end the call. Like, you have to treat them like a child. But, dude, silence confuses them because they want pushing back and forth. So when it's dead silence and they have to go, hello? Even if they say it angrily, they've already disarmed themselves.
God, that's so good.
There's a lot of good tactics I've learned over the years of dealing with people over.
I love it because like as mad as they are, then they just have they're confronted with their greatest fear of the call being disconnected. But they're not but they're like, oh, but they probably knowingly that no, that it's their fault. They're like, oh shit. They're not like, what the fuck? Like,
And
oh shit, what I've done has just led to a disconnection.
The worst thing you can say in customer service is constantly apologizing. No, is constantly apologizing, because it makes them feel like you're just on autopilot trying to be the fake nice customer service nice. Like, I am so sorry. And yeah, I'm sorry. Or unfortunately, don't say unfortunately. Don't say that word, because they think that there's a way to get around unfortunately. So what you do is just, hey, I know it's not a great situation, but here's what our options are. What would you like to do? And if they just fucking hammer that home, don't really be mean, but don't be apologetic or anything like that. Just everything is matter of fact. If everything sounds matter of fact, then it doesn't sound like it can be navigated by them being an asshole. If you are apologetic and you're like, unfortunately, what our process is, what our blah, 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 it sounds like there's a way to get around it. And we all wonder how good we can be at manipulating customer service. Deep down, everyone has that goal of being like, I got them to go against their normal protocol. Nope. Just be upfront with people. This is what's going to go down. I'm sorry you have to, it's unfortunate, or I'm sorry that you have to deal with this. You can say that, but don't be like, I apologize. I'm really sorry. But yeah, unfortunately, like when you talk like that, it's not going to do any good. But so Matt,
I didn't do fucking shit.
Good news is that the caller nurse was not going to make or break your injury. And you probably won't ever have to speak to
it
her
sucks.
again.
It's just something you have to do.
Yeah.
Like if it gets worse, and it
It's
did
weird.
throughout the day, but today it's the same level. It's not getting worse, so that's fine.
How long of the phone
But
call?
I don't want to pay for that. Too long. It's like 13 minutes. It's like, I feel like it should have been like 5, because then she triaged it. Like, she had to go through every body part and like, can you do this? Can you do this? And I was like, I guess it's fine, whatever. I don't like being on the other side. Normally, I tell people to do this, to call the thing, and
now you know. Now you know what you're putting them through, so you can do the customer service and go, hey, listen, I want you. You're gonna have to call this. I'm gonna let you know. You're gonna be asked a lot of questions that may seem silly. Just get through it. Like that's how you life coach an employee. That's how you advocate for your employee. You go, you're gonna deal with about 13 minutes worth of dog shit. Just fucking. Just get through it, man. Just get through it.
Just fucking get through it, dude. Yeah.
Right. Fucking rage.
It's gonna be brutal. Well, because a lot of those people are, like I mentioned before, in the interest of getting out of work. So it's like,
True.
There's that
They will go
delicate
through
balance. Yeah, they will. They're willing to put in the 15 minutes because it'll be like,
bro, tell them
I'm gonna get an out of work note. I'm gonna be on workers' comp for, There's some regulars. I won't get into it, but every company has their regulars. People, it's amazing how many people know the system more than I do. It's crazy. It's fucking like, how do you know it? How have you even heard of this policy or
years of shooting their shot?
Fucking thing?
Years of shooting their shot and figure out what works, what doesn't. All it is experience, man. That's how you do it. You get experience. You tried it once and you realized what you were capable of getting out of it. Yep. It's great. It's great.
Do you think my Christmas tree is up too early?
Ooh, tough
see it behind there?
question. Tough question, but yes, I will say that your Christmas tree is up too early.
I agree.
I am Black Friday, lose your fucking mind, go Christmas as Christmassy as you want. But I am a stern believer in that Christmas season runs from Black Friday to New Year's. That is the Christmas season. There is a definitive start and stop, written, lines drawn in the sand.
I don't disagree. People at work were already talking about putting up their real Christmas trees. I mean, mine's just like, it's a fake potted plant that I just have to move from my balcony storage. The lights are already installed. I just plug it in. So people at work
I
were
move
talking
this
about,
here and I plug it in.
I don't put ornaments on it. I don't do anything else. This is my one.
But the best is that you still did it early because you're like, well, I wanted to get a jump on it. And it's like, it was a 3-second process.
Honestly, I just like the extra light.
Okay.
I like the string lights. I like the, if I think I've done it before. We probably talked about it on this program. I've left it up through January before. It's just nice to have the extra light. It's just a lighted Christmas. It's a winter tree.
Have you considered getting a light for the room?
I do. I don't like big light though. I like
okay.
all I like all extra lights, but not the real light. Whatever I can. I have the string lights, the lava lamp, the Christmas tree.
Right.
Got the
not a fan of lamps or overhead lights. I want things that emit
the TV
light.
monitors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but not a real light.
I don't want lighting. I want glow. I want glow. That's the difference.
And I did use it for I think I mentioned it to you. We were doing some gaming, but check this baby out, huh?
Wow. An OG
Check out this Game Boy, you guys.
Game Boy.
Except it's not. It's a Lego set.
What?
Wow. What?
That looks
Look,
like
the buttons are... Dude, you can't even tell it's Lego at all. Yeah. That was a big step in my life this week, getting back into Lego. The Lego set. I got the Game Boy one. It's crazy. Like, I know you have at your place the office, like the office show, the actual office and the layout, which is actually pretty cool. This one was like $60. It's even like you can even take the game out. See, it's got like Super Mario Land I put together, and the Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. I can switch games out if I want to play this one or pretend to play this one. It's fucking dumb. But
did you have to build the cartridges?
Dude, yes.
Wow.
And put the stickers on and everything. Like, it's legit. And you can even do like, you can take out this little. See the screen? It's got Super Mario on it.
Oh, good.
You can take
change
that
it, put it
out.
in the Zelda screen.
Yeah, or just the whatever this one, like the Nintendo. Like, it looks like it's coming down. If you ever had a game, like the first thing that happens when you turn on a Game Boy. But yeah, I'm very impressed with Lego. I gotta say that. I haven't done a set since I was a kid, and I have like multiple friends in my life who do like Lego sets. Actually, one in Texas, who she does all the ones that are like the art pieces. Like, she's done some Van Gogh. She's doing Starry Night right now, and like you can display them like Lego. You can just display stuff now. And I know like, and one of our buddies does like all the Star Wars ones, and I don't know. It was very like vibey as an adult to put together a Lego set. Like, I just sat and watched. I'm watching The Penguin on HBO. And yesterday I was doing some more Lego, and I was watching the Ed Gein story. I guess I just like watching violence and putting together Lego stuff. I don't know why. It's very bizarre, but I was just chilling, just getting in my comfort spot, just putting together some Lego sets. And it was a good excuse to have a rib injury, because then yesterday that's all I did. Like, I just sat into I did this little guy, like now I got into nature. Like, look, it's a butterfly. I got an insect set, and this is the first of 3. But I'm like, holy shit, the wings move. So yeah, you know what? I feel like if you know anything about me from listening to this program ever, is I'm an addict. I just get whatever I get into, I go all the way in right away.
You go in hard,
whenever
quick.
I do. Whatever my new hobby is, I just fucking jump right into it. But I'll probably put a couple other insects together today. And I don't know what I'll do with it. I'm like, what do I do with this shit? I guess I'll take it apart and then do it again later. I don't know. But they look cool. Maybe I'll bring them into work and it'll be a talking piece. But the level of detail, that's what going through this is insane now. Like, I feel like I remember putting together like little cityscapes or a police station or a ship. And it was like all the same color, but now like, they care about like the internal colors of everything
like
in there.
Gradient
so, like,
coloring and stuff. They're like, oh, you're using the gray level 7. You need to be using gray level 6 for this part. Yeah.
Then even though you don't see the internal components, like if you bust open that Game Boy, you'll see like they made it colored on the inside, like it's like a circuit board. Yeah. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, nobody will see it when it's done, but it matters when you're doing it. So now it's like, I almost like it better just to do it. I like the process of doing it more than the
product.
The
like
end
outcome.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's exactly how
holy
I felt
shit.
about it. And it's like, that's tough though, because that's why there's got to be a way that like Lego can rent Lego sets. I don't want the end thing. I just want the process. The process is therapeutic.
Wow.
I want to rent Lego sets. And the problem is like with someone, it's like renting a movie on like streaming, where it's like you can rent it for $14.99 or buy it for $19.99.
Yeah.
I'd still rent the Lego set for $14.99 and save the $5 because I don't need the end product. That's not. I like Legos a lot, but it's the process that I like, because it's very structured, and I like a nice structured process. So yeah, renting Lego sets, and then you return it to Lego. But that's the problem, is that Lego sets now come with the individual baggies, and it says, okay, open up baggie 1 right now, and you're going to put this together, set that aside, open baggie 2, and you have the directions on how to do everything. So I don't know how they would do that with having an end product, and then like, is that like Be Kind Rewind, and you have to put all this shit, you have to do it backwards and take all of the pieces and put them back in their appropriate bags? That'd be a goddamn nightmare.
I think they just give you a bag and a box that's bigger than whatever it came in, and you send it complete. You just put it. You don't have to deconstruct it. You send it complete, and it's Lego's job to do it.
I agree.
They got to have
I
some
think
kind of assembly line.
That would have to be the thing.
Yeah, they deconstruct it. The pieces sort somehow through this assembly line, this automated process. Get on it, Lego. What the fuck? Jesus Christ! You charge enough? Because I was like, so now I'm like looking up other sets. Like, I've only bought the Game Boy was like $60, and this insect set was somewhere in that range too, 70, 80. So I'm like, okay. But if you want to get like the Death Star, you're a grand in or something like that. Yeah. But I did see one too that I was like, I got onto the Lego website and I was like, I want to do like a bigger project. And I saw an aquarium. I was like, holy fuck, this is awesome. I used to have, I don't know if you know this, I used to have fish in Austin. I had an aquarium, little fish tank. And when I moved, I brought them to the local, like, legit fish store, pet store, to save it so they could, like, not flush them down the toilet. Don't flush your fish down the toilet unless they're already dead. People, you don't have to do that. I'm very fish friendly, unless I'm putting hooks in their mouth, I guess. But I was like, it'd be nice to have a Lego, a fake aquarium. It's got like tropical fish. It's set up like the 3D aquarium, but it's on back order and it costs $500. I was like, that's a lot of money to send out a fake aquarium. It's actually cheaper to get a real aquarium with fish in it and stuff for that. So I was like, I don't know. But then I was like, well, am I just going to end up doing like 12 smaller sets that cost $800 over time? Is it worth it to just buy the one? I don't know. I can't. Somebody who's a Lego freak, let me know. I guess.
Wow.
Is
so
it worth it?
The biggest set Lego ever made was the world map. It was over 11,000 pieces, but they don't make it anymore. But yeah, you're right.
My niece,
Death Star is the big one.
The new Death Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the side view. It's like cut in half. It has all the scenes. And my niece got one for her birthday this year. It was like at the Eiffel Tower, which is like 10,000 plus pieces or something like that. And I saw it online. It's like $650 or $700. I was like, wow. What a treat for a child.
But the good news is that when it's built, it's there, and then you can be sad when it inevitably gets knocked down by someone.
I know.
So you get to not only experience the joy, you get the tense anxiety of the understanding that the day eventually will come where that thing gets knocked down. Isn't that fun?
My friend who does them in Texas, she has a cat, so it was like she's doing this one set, or she sent me a picture of it, and of course it's tough because you have a cat. You know, like if you got your cats, if you were doing a Lego set in your living room on your little ottoman / table, and you just left it there, would it be there tomorrow as you're going through it, or would
It's a good chance
the
that
cat
something would
just
happen.
take a little paw at it. Yes, it's happened to her. Like the cat just did a little, just doing one of those, just knocked it down and broke it. I guess. Like, oh man. The worst was that I don't know if I ever. Who knows? I've told different people this, but when I was a kid, I don't know, 10 years old or something, I got the Barracuda Bay. I used to get a Lego set every Christmas, like a big one, or just one that would take me several days to do. And the Barracuda Bay was a pirate ship that I put together from Christmas, and I finished it on New Year's Eve. I remember because there was a party going on at our house, and I finished it. It was one of the ones that had like fabric for the sails and like string, so it was definitely complicated for a kid. I would say that, but it was big. I'd carry it. I walked downstairs to show everybody, and I had it, and like I was like front and center, and everybody looking at us like, I finished my ship. And as I was holding it, the middle gave way, and my hands clapped because the whole set collapsed in between my hands, and it just all came crumbling down. I just picked it up with tears in my eyes and went upstairs for the rest of the year. Basically, I think it didn't come back down for the night. I was just like, that just killed me. I didn't put it back together. I don't even know. That might have been my last Lego set ever. I don't even remember. I might have just quit after that.
Wow.
That might have been my last Lego since then. It just put all that work into it, and then it just collapsed in my hands.
Yeah, that's a good.
It's awful.
That's a good spirit killer right there. That is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't rationalize that thought. You can't. When you're that age, you're like, what is anything worth anymore? What is the point of doing anything? What are grades? None of this matters.
This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me, and I meant it.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're literally like, I don't know how I'm going to go on. A man is not supposed to have to deal with such saddening times, and it's because your Lego set crippled.
Yeah, that was awful.
Wow, that's really unfortunate. I'm glad I didn't have any hobbies like that as a kid. Oh boy, couldn't stand for that disappointment. I was bad enough losing a video game, and I even put in effort for that. Yeah, man. I've been trying to figure out something that I need something to further occupy my mind and my feeling of like sense of self-worth. I need something like that I have like lingering in front of me, and like something that either takes me out and I need to go do something, but I don't know that it's a hobby that I'm looking for. So that's the tough part is I'm trying to think of like some volunteer work or something I can do. So it makes me feel like, one, I'm interacting, because again, working at home, you realize at certain phases that you really need something that takes you out of the house and interacting with people in person. So I don't know. I'm trying to like think of like what are some of the suggestions for volunteer work, because I think it is important to understand that volunteer work is still very person contingent. Like you have to find what you actually want to do. So there is a selfish aspect of volunteer work because, is altruism selfishness or not? That's what I never. If you're doing something altruistic.
Oh wow.
Is that selfish?
Let's talk about it.
Talk about it. I think it is, but I think it's okay. Like, it's okay to make sure that you want to be doing something that you find interesting, because if you find it interesting and valuable, you'll be better for that thing. If I volunteer at something that I'm not passionate about, I'm going to give half-assed volunteering, as fucked as that sounds.
My understanding of altruism, like evolutionary speaking, is that why would human beings continue to have altruism if it wasn't like integral to like survival? But it must be, because it still exists and a lot of people still have it. But I think it was because like altruism makes you feel part of the group, and it displays that, like it demonstrates that you're part of the group and you care about the group, and that is integral to a functioning society, even though I feel like it's not displayed from the highest levels of leadership maybe in our current situation. But like caring for other people matters, and it matters to make you feel part of the group, and it matters to the people that you're helping to make them feel part of the group, and that's why I continue. Because otherwise, it wouldn't exist. Like in evolution, like things that don't matter to survival don't continue to persist, but like it does actually. It do matter what you do to help people. Yeah, it do.
Yeah. But
So,
I
yeah,
think
well, I mean,
doing selfless selfless work is selfish because you're doing selfless work to feel better. That's part of it.
yeah. Well, it is like but that's why you feel good because like it's programmed in us now as a species to feel good about it because it's important to do. And it's like,
True, right. You're doing something
yeah.
that is needed, so that makes you feel like you're doing your part to do something that is needed. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
Here's a good start. This is what I would recommend as a dipping your toe into it. Because I was just thinking about this the other day. Because what I do once a month is bring all my bottles and cans. Because in New York, it's all redemption. So, you could bring them and get 5 cents a can or whatever a bottle. But I just bring them to the SPCA because they use it. So I've probably, at this point now, in the last few years, I've probably, I don't know, donated like $500 to the SPCA just through like bringing my bottles and cans. But then I was like, why don't I did this a few times when I was in Austin. I should have done it more. Like, dude, go to the animal shelter. Like, because they just need people to like just get their animals outside even. Like, it's just interacting with them. Like, they have so many animals that are just in cages all day and they just need to like get them around for a walk. Like, a lot of like animal shelters you just bring the dogs out or the animal to just interact with them. Just that's basically it. Take them out to go take a shit, walk around, play with them. Unfortunately, they have to go back to their cage until they get adopted. But that would be. I was thinking about doing that the other day. I just thought about it this week, so it's very timely that you bring this up.
Yeah,
I don't know that it helps people per se, but
it's tough because you don't hear a lot. I don't think you'd think like there'd be free advertising for volunteer organizations, that they could put, free advertising of all sorts, billboards, TV commercials, radio commercials. Why is there not like these the legitimate not-for-profit organizations? Why do they not get like free advertising when it's simply a request for volunteer help? Like, giving money and volunteering your time are very different things. And in the reality of it is the easier way to do it is giving money. I think time is way,
and like all the tax implications. Yeah.
Way more, like a way different thing. Donating to charity monetarily is good. Don't get me wrong. And it's better than not donating, but I think donating time is that much better. And I think people will feel better about donating time more so than donating money. It's just convincing yourself that that's something you do want to do and reminding yourself of how you're going to feel after the volunteer time because, right, sometimes people are just like, I just want my free time for my free time. But again, I think this is, some people might be thinking that what I'm saying doesn't apply to them, and I get it because if you don't work from home, we are on two different playing fields, for sure. For starters, it's a very different playing field when you work from home and when you don't. When people who don't work at home and have to go out to work for 9 hours and then they come home, what's better than sitting and, enjoying your space at home and such? Well, reverse that. When you're out, you want to come home. When you're home all the time, you want to go out. So,
well, that's what I was wondering. Like, just you saying you want to get out there and do something. I mean, is it? Obviously we're in the winter now, and the darkness is it's fucking like. Not only is the darkness earlier, but like in our part of our neck of the world, in Auburn at least, like it's just been raining / snowing. So not only is it dark, but it's cloudy too. So even whatever light you do have is darkened earlier. So now it's just like straight up fucking dark. So like, how does that affect you as a work from homer? Like that it's rough, like, like you're never like, do you have to get out and get a walk early or just even like, make yourself go outside for part of the day?
I've been forcing myself to get up and take like an hour walk in the morning. So like this week, a lot of times I was doing like 4 miles in the morning before I start work.
Jeez.
Nice. Yeah, because it is. If you don't like, and if I don't do that, I really need to try to at least run an errand or something on my lunch break. Because yeah, man, by the time 4:30, 5 o'clock hits, I have to turn on my office light because the natural light doesn't even work enough for me to finish out the rest of my day. So we have that for another 5 weeks of it getting earlier and earlier. So yeah, it's brutal. It's really brutal, and you forget that even like your morning commute. For those people that commute further, obviously you have a very short commute to work. But like walking out to your car, walking or driving in the sunlight and everything, like that adds value because when you start taking away the need to do that stuff, if I want to, I could not be outside during the daylight for 3 months if I didn't force myself to do it. Like finding reasons to do it. I could literally be just inside and never step foot outside during daylight.
I know.
I have 2 windows. I have an hour for lunch, and I have whatever from sunrise to usually 8:30 in the morning. Those are the 2 windows I have the opportunity to do anything outside, but neither of those windows require me to do something during those times outside.
It was Friday. I was driving to work, and it was bizarre because like the sun was out. I was like, shit, I didn't need sunglasses or something. Like the sun was really in my eyes, and I was like vampire-ish. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like it was like that much of like a change that I was like not prepared for it, and it's kind of sad because like, holy fuck, the sun's out, and I don't know how to handle it. I forgot. It's like,
right,
because that's the part of the winter too. It's like if it was cold with blue sky and sun, that'd be amazing. You know, I'm fine with that. But the fact that it's just like, I don't know.
It is, and that's
places for the birds.
That's one positive down here is this: the winters still exist, and the sun thing is still a factor. Well, I should say the day and nighttime thing obviously is still a factor. However, we don't get the incessant snow, and more importantly, we can have like clear days in January where it's like 25 degrees out and sunny, and you realize how much of a positive game changer that is to have sunny days in January and February, because you're right, in New York those just don't exist. January and February you just don't. December, January, February you don't get sunlight. It just doesn't happen.
I was like, I felt like we've been all over the place today with what we're talking about, and I'm wondering how it's because I just learned last week that Spotify automatically makes chapters based on what we're talking about. So I actually, because I don't always listen to our show. No. Oh, do you notice that there's chapters? I do not do that.
And they're like titled.
That's automatic. Yeah. So I was like, and it's crazy that it's like really zoned in because I was just like the last episode, chapter 1, from mid-90s Max to ska band naming conventions. And I was like, holy shit, how did I come up with that? Why modern gamers struggle with retro difficulty. No, I don't do that. Like, that's automatically done. The unavoidable dilemma of work poops and faulty alarms. It's like, holy shit, I can't believe something is listening to this and automatically naming this.
Spotify says work poops.
The genius idea of pre-mixed slow cooker deliveries. Like, that's fucking crazy. Should we delete all data and reset the internet? Like, these are all things, like, how does it break it up? I don't understand.
So does it
what the fuck are we talking about?
Can you go back to our, like, old episodes? Will it do it to those? Has it retroactively done it to everything? Or is it doing it to stuff now that you're uploading?
I don't know. Let's see. I'll go back to, like, 64.
Okay.
Nick Cage goes rogue. You guys should listen to that. No, it's not on there.
Okay, so it's on.
So it must have been.
It's a recent update that when you upload,
it must be like through the upload. Yeah.
Interesting. I thought you just started doing it. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
No.
Thanks, Spotify.
Well, it's funny because then there's the one. It's like, can you not phrase it like that? It was the unacceptable reality of a KKK Halloween costume. I'm like, is that going to get us canceled? If you just say the word KKK.
I mean, I guess it's positive that we're negative about it.
And why Sunday brunch should replace football season events. I was like, holy shit, those are all the things we talked about. I was like, holy fuck.
Those are the important hitting points.
I was like, God damn, that's fucking crazy.
I like it.
I did want to illustrate some feedback from some people. I appreciate it. Any commentary we get is delightful. We have a listener, a watcher on YouTube. I thought the Poop Chronicles quota was meant for 2025. That's fair comment. You know, we just talk about what we know, I guess. I don't know. I know at one point in an episode, several episodes ago, we mentioned we would probably stop, but it's hard. It's hard to stop.
We do have people that are it does come up in our personal lives that it's like, oh, noticed you talked about poop again. It's like,
yeah. So here's another one. Thought. Usually I like hanging out with people your age better than people my age, as the my age's conversation can likely sway to the poop concerns. So perhaps save it for 25 years down the road. Shrug hearts.
all right, I guess.
Oh, and the other person that I just talked about said yes. Oh no, they're teaming up against us. Nobody wants poop.
All right, well, you know what? If you want to live in fear of your digestive system, or you want to act like it doesn't exist and that you don't go through these things, that's, I guess, you know what? That's your prerogative, but why don't you come on the show and try talking for an hour and have it not.
We're just talking about real shit, okay? Right. We're just real. We're keeping it real. We're changing the game.
Yeah. Don't forget, the game is being changed, okay? So you're talking about the game, and we're changing it. So we're right on par. Thanks. You actually just supported our...
I'm joking. I'm joking.
What Jeff is describing for the crock pot, so this is your idea of getting pre-portioned crock pot meals sent to you?
Sure.
I don't even remember what the website was. Is it What a Crock or something? Is that what we...
Yeah, I think What a Crock.
What Jeff is describing for the crock pot literally exists. You take freezer Ziploc bags, portion out your food, make several at a time, and drop them in a crock pot when you want. It's called meal prep, fellas.
No.
Saves time and money.
No. I don't want to do the prep. That's stupid. I know that exists. Shut up. No, that's not what we're doing here. That's not what we're doing. I said
that's a great idea, but who has the time or the money?
Yeah. So, no.
That's a good answer, right? And they said, don't you work at a grocery store? That's half the time. Regardless. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Who wants to be at work when they're done working, you know?
Yeah,
I don't want to be,
you know what's funny? I want to know who this poster is and like how often they do things like use DoorDash or Uber Eats or something. Why didn't you get off your ass and pick it up yourself? Why didn't you learn a trade? Why are you calling a plumber? Why are you calling an electrician? Why don't you just do it? Why are you paying for anything? Why don't you just do it? Because I don't fucking want to. It's as simple as that. Angry.
No, they will let us know. They're one of our regular commenters. Mm-hmm. What services do you use? Do you pay for?
Right. What services do
I'm
you
a regular.
pay for that you know deep down inside you're like, why am I paying for this? I should do this myself.
I probably DoorDash too much or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. But I never regret it. I never regret it, that's for sure.
Listen, if you're DoorDashing because you have been consuming alcohol and you're enjoying alcohol at home, that's different. That's different.
True, I guess.
But I do not get delivery. If unless I've been drinking, I do not do delivery on anything ever. I don't.
I mean, that's honestly the only time I do it. It's usually late at night. We're playing games, and I'm hungry, and I order while we're playing games.
That's the solution. Yeah. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
And when it's pizza or something like that, you can't pick it up early and then reheat it. Because, like, that's a different... I mean, you can. That pizza is good. But if you're like, I want freshly baked pizza, You literally have no other option. Unless you
Whatever,
go
it's
to
an extra
Wendy's.
$10 to get it DoorDashed or delivered. It's like, how much is a DUI? You guys, think about it. This is how I rationalize stuff. Like, I could be getting a DWI out there,
Right.
and it would be, and it cost me
This is
$10,000.
like 1%. This is like a fraction of a percent of the cost of a DUI. So that's not a markup, guys. That's good.
Oh, God.
That's good. That you just rationalized it forever. Like it's such a big
Yeah.
variance of money that you literally have
Yeah.
sold yourself on it for as many times as you want.
It's like I could, I know. It's like, yeah, I know the pizza costs $30 now, and instead of picking it up, it could have been like 17. But guess what? I'm not in prison. There you go.
I am free
Easy.
to order another pizza and get it delivered.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I got a before we do our NFL
Yeah.
stuff. I got a very interesting. I think it applies to our gambling. An interesting fortune from my Chinese food this week,
Oh.
which I didn't realize. Also, do all fortunes come double sided now with two different fortunes on them?
Well, usually it's a fortune and then like lucky numbers or something, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, so it does have the lucky numbers. But the front side says, "Patience is the key to a loving soul." On the back it says, "Don't miss out on your chance to win big."
Oh, those are conflicting.
I know. So I'm going to go with the back one. Yeah.
So I'm going with the other one. Woo!
I'm going with the one I like better. Yeah.
Let's go.
Win big. So last week was a good week for your boy. 3-0.
Wow. 3-0.
And
Right
not a good
after
week
we've been
for
hammering people
your
telling
boy,
them
you.
to bet against you, and then you fucking go 3-0.
I know. Well, what's funny is like last week was the week I was like, I'm going to actually bet on these games to start changing my luck. I didn't, but my luck changed. You came in at a tight 0-3 last week.
Uh-oh. What does that make our overall, our all-time?
So I've taken the lead. I am
By
12
one?
and 18. You are 11 and 19.
Oh, no. I gave up the lead?
Yeah. You're still 6 and 4 on the head-to-head. But again, this is some kind of hot sauce spice challenge that is still nebulous.
Yeah.
But we'll do something punishing involving spice and hot food, and all that.
Probably have to record that one on a Saturday instead of a Sunday to make sure we don't
You know,
interfere with work. Because we don't want the next day to be that brutal. So I'm not kidding. We might have to change the day we do it.
I agree.
Okay.
They will be punishing. So let's see. I think I chose the head-to-head last week, so you choose the head-to-head this week, so I go first. All right. So this will be for week 12, everybody, for the games coming up this weekend. We're in a time portal. It's very strange. Wait, are we into the Thanksgiving games now? Is that what? Wait.
Yes.
No, those are going to be... Yeah, they are, right? It's the Thanksgiving week
Wait.
that we're doing?
Yeah, because we're doing next. No.
No, not yet. It's not
No,
yet.
no.
It's the week, the next week after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
All right. So these are for the games
Guys,
on the
we're
22nd.
live.
Yep. 22nd ish.
Or
Or 23rd.
right.
Fuck. 23rd.
Yeah, 23rd-ish. 23rd-ish. Okay. Let's go with the Ravens are 14.5-point favorites against the Jets. That's crazy. Seattle's 12.5. Oh my! Why? There's multiple double-digit lines.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Sorry. I don't know how the Raiders are favored at all. So I'm going to take, even though it's against the Browns, I'm going to take the Browns plus 2.5 at the Raiders. Where does the Raiders get off being favored against anybody?
That's a good bet.
I mean, I know it can go either way, but I don't know. I'll take a coin flip with a couple extra points.
I'm going to go Eagles minus 3.5 at the Cowboys.
Ooh, that's
it's
good.
the Cowboys at home. I know the Eagles aren't domineering. It's the Cowboys at home. And over the last 2 years, the Cowboys at home are comical as to how bad they are at home. They're the only team that literally has a home field disadvantage.
I'm going to take another road dog.
Jesse James.
I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars plus 1.5 against Arizona.
I agree with that bet too.
Again, don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know. Arizona. I don't know. It should just be a pick. It basically is a pick 'em, but I don't know. I'll take those odds.
There's a couple tasty ones in here. I hate to do it, but their head coach loves trying to win by big amounts. So I'm going to go Detroit minus 10.5 at home against the Giants.
I don't mind. Yeah, it's not a terrible
Dan
one.
Campbell loves trying to pummel teams.
And the Giants are rife with injuries.
Yeah.
So. All right, one more. It's got to be a tough one for you. Dude, I'm going to make it a sweep. I'm going to go Road Dogs the whole way.
Oh.
I'm going to go Colts plus 4.5 at Kansas City.
Ah.
So your options
That's the one I'm
are-
doing. Nope, we're not even talking
You
about
wanna
it.
take-
That's the
yeah,
one I want to
yeah.
do. Let's do Kansas City.
That's good.
minus
That's
4.5.
fine. I get it.
Yeah.
Makes
I'm
sense.
not touching. I'm not fucking banking on the Raiders giving points. That sounds so disgusting in my head. And the other one, yeah, Arizona. Arizona could lose out easily, and I wouldn't be remotely. Arizona and Raiders could both lose out the rest of the year, and I wouldn't be remotely surprised. So to take them with points, giving away points, is silly on both ends. So yeah, I think KC's the only one I can do.
Yeah, it's fair. Feel like it was a tough choice. Put you in it. Put you in a spot.
Let's see what
All right,
Daniel Jones
well.
shows up that day. But it doesn't matter because Jonathan
know.
Taylor.
That is the wild
same
card.
Jonathan
That is
Taylor
the
will
wild
show
card.
up, which involves 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, evidently.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we'll just see what Daniel Jones does on that day because that's all it's going to boil down to.
I noticed the chapters of our Spotify never indicate
They don't do the hot picks at the end.
guaranteed bets. Guaranteed
Huh.
bets. It doesn't say
So
anything about
weird.
that. They don't put that as a chapter. It's almost like they don't it's almost like
It's
Spotify
also
stops listening,
acknowledging
too,
the
at that point.
records, and it's like
Yeah.
we don't want to bring people towards this. But I'm not even kidding. I wonder if their algorithm would not put any sort of betting type thing as a chapter just to quell it, just to not bring attention to it. Who knows? Who knows? A lot of betting.
There are
scandals out
straight
there,
up
folks.
betting podcasts.
A lot of betting scandals, and they seem
There
to be
are.
getting more and more intense and across all facets of sports. So UFC now
Yeah.
has got people indicted. Baseball's got people going down. Basketball's got people going down. We don't have football proving that people are throwing bets. Players have gotten in trouble for betting on team premises, but there's been nothing proven that they're shaving points or changing anything in the games. I don't know. Do you think hockey's exposed to it? Is there a big betting world in hockey, to your knowledge?
There is, but it's so random. Hockey's just too random in a way, especially regular season hockey. I'd be surprised. Hockey guys are just weird because they're not stars. There are stars, but there's very few that take themselves away from, make themselves media types and kind of put the attention on themselves. It's such a team oriented game.
I feel like
It's
Mike
for the
Trout
boys,
is- Mike Trout is more of a hockey player than a normal athlete. Mike Trout is the hockey player of the baseball because it was just
yeah.
I just want to go out there and play and don't want to advertise myself.
Play for the name on the front of the jersey, not for the back of the jersey.
Yep. That'll
Forecheck, back check, paycheck. Get pucks in deep. That kind of thing. Just every hockey interview. It's just just go out there, put an effort, 60 minutes out there, just as a team, go out there, the puck's in deep, get shots on net, you know, do it for the guys, you know, play for the guys next to you, all that kind of shit.
It's the most useless press conference in the world. Like, there's no need to do hockey press conferences.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's why Brad Marchand is known, because it's like if you were the one guy that like says anything quirky or unusual, everybody, you know, you're the guy.
Right.
All right.
Holy crap. Holy crap.
Safe bets, everybody. Have a good week. Have good poops. Solid poops or otherwise.
And as expected,
you know, yeah.
At the time of this recording, as expected, 3 minutes into the second quarter, the Dolphins are leading the Dolphins are tied with the Commanders 3-3 in the international.
Wow, what
game.
A hot game!
Wow.
We better get on that.
You're welcome, Madrid.
Go!
20 years faded like an old arcade screen. Man and jet back where the stories began. Joystick dreams and a pocket full of quarters. Laughing about bets and a taste of disorder. From pixel skies to the vinyl they spun. Movies and memes under the same neon sun. Time hit pause, but the jokes never ended. Two old souls with the past still pretended.